Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is June 19th. We're out here at Bartlett Lake right before the sunrise. It's a little after 5 o'clock. I'm out here with my pops. We are practicing for his midweek tournament. I got the day off, he's got the day off, so here we come out and fish around a little bit, try to give you guys a little fishing report on what's going on out here. We were out here on Sunday for Father's Day, and that algae bloom that had happened was pretty gross. The water was really gross. It was getting your reel all nasty and green and whatnot. But judging by what the water looks like right now, at least right here by the boat ramp, it's not here right now. So hopefully most of the lake's cleared out, and because we didn't really catch any fish out of that green stuff, which was kind of weird. But stick with us, guys. We're gonna catch a bunch of fish today, hopefully get a couple decent ones. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna do a little report on, you know, how we caught them, where we caught them, that kind of stuff. So I appreciate it if you guys liked, subscribed, leave a comment on the video. Let me know what you think, what you guys want to see next time. It helps boost it up a little bit if you like and leave a comment. So I'd appreciate it, guys. Thank you. We'll catch you out there.
I hit that on the ball.
First one of the morning. Normal decent Bartlett fish on the chatterbait. Another little guy.
Are you fishing a hump?
Long point comes out, and I brought the old chatter wagon right over.
On that chatterbait.
There's another one. Smashing the green pumpkin chatterbait.
Hey, I finally caught one.
Crappie.
I caught a crappie. What the heck?
So check this thing out, guys. Nice little crappie. It's on a new bait from Copper State called the Scope Spin. So it's a little bit different idea. It's like a spinner bait, but and he got hooked good. Cool little crappie. But what it is just a lead shad imitation thing, and then there's two treble hooks on it, and then just a normal spinnerbait blade. And it's an ounce, so it's real heavy, and you can get it down there, get it over top here. I'm throwing it right over top the rocks. But with the fish chasing shad right now, it's just a good shad imitation, and it's heavy enough to stay down that you can reel it at a pretty quick speed, unlike most spinner baits, where if you're going to reel them quick, they just rise up and you're not being able to fish them in that 10 to 20 foot that these fish are in. That was a crappie, but there's plenty of bass out here. We're going to see if we can catch some more on this thing. But it is a pretty cool new idea, and so far I had some good luck with it on Sunday. So we're going to see if they keep eating it today. There's another one on the old Scope Spin. Saw a whole school sitting down there. A couple of them missed it, and then this one came up and smashed it. Got it good too. Choked it. Pretty good one. Pound and 3/4 on the Scope Spin. So it's really cool because this bait's so hard. It really reflects off of the live scope transducer, so you can really see it down there on those long casts. I mean, that fish is probably in 15, 16 foot of water. And He was probably 60 foot out when I saw him, and this bait's just glowing down there on the screen. So like I said, it is a cool bait. It's the scope spin. You can get them at Copper State, and see if we can catch some more. Another one. Got that one on the old scope spin again. Looks like we got it on the active captain too, so you guys will be able to see me actually see what I saw when this thing came up and ate it. So I'll put that right after this one. Another one on the scope spin. They are hammering this thing. Kind of a smaller one, but look at that. You just choked that thing, freaking T-boned it. He's hooked in every which way. I need pliers on this one. There we go. Let's see if we can get another one. This is a really nice one on the BFS setup.
There are two right there. Not quite.
Long and skinny. Look at that thing. Freaking choked. This is another thing I've been messing around with a lot. I just caught all those ones off this little point on the scope spin, and they kind of chilled out, and they were just following it, not going crazy. But the bait's really small. So this is the BFS Ned rig. It's the micro shroom head with the Zman mini TRD. And all we've been catching are pound to pound and a halfers today. And that's, I mean, he's long and skinny, should be probably close to 3, but he's just got no meat on him. But biggest fish of the day on the smallest bait. It just goes to show you, give us a little dance there. Just goes to show you that just because you throw a tiny little bait doesn't mean you're gonna catch small fish. But to throw something like this, you can throw it on a spinning rod, but it's kind of tough. This is a BFS rod. This is the Curado BFS reel. I got 8-pound fluorocarbon on it, so it's super lightweight. And this is the Dobyns Sierra. It's the 701C. It is a trout rod, but it converts over to a BFS rod as well. It's a 7-foot light, fast, so it's really, really bendy, but it helps throw this bait. This is a 1/10 ounce little jig head on that little TRD. And man, these fish, I caught a bunch on it on Sunday, and actually caught our biggest fish on Sunday on it too. So don't sleep on the little baits, they'll eat it. And plus with the BFS rod, it's so light, even catching pound and a halfers is just a blast. So definitely check out that. I'm gonna do some more videos on BFS fishing and all the other little things you can throw on it, and just makes fun catching small fish, and it also makes fun catching when you hook into a big one. So let's see if we can get some more on this thing. Another one on the BFS Ned rig. They are chewing on this point. That's 3 casts in a row on the baby Ned rig. Four casts in a row. That's another good one. That's 4 casts in a row on the little baby Ned rig. Crazy. Oh, most of them are hitting it on the fall. Just kidding. I made a bad cast, missed the hump, and still got one. That is 5 casts in a row now on the baby BFS Ned rig. Has 3 of the first 3 or 2. So I went 5 casts in a row, made a bad cast on my 6th, and there's another one. They're all 1.5-pounders. A couple decent ones. Had one over close to 3, and another one on the baby Ned. They are hammering this thing. Even if it looks like they got it. Drop down. Got it. Another one. This spot is just loaded with them, but those are all nice, solid 1.5-pounders, 130s, 150s, right around there.
That's because there's a fish on it.
Okay, lift them on it.
It's still like,
I'm at the rod.
there's 30. Another one on the BFS rod. That's a good one though. That's 1.5 pounds, 1.75 on the baby TRD. Make sure whenever, however high you pump it, freaking flat.
They freaking eat it too.
Yeah.
Freaking eat it. My kind of fish.
Just got such that slow fall. I told you have him. Watch this one over at Ethan. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about like what I'm looking at up here. It's hard to see that little tiny bait on the live scope. You can barely see it, but just so you can get an idea of like what we're fishing. Basically, it's just a point that comes out that has a rock pile on top of it, and there's just a giant school of fish just sitting right on top of it. So I'll record it on the screen. That way you can kind of see what we're looking at and what we're casting to. That way, if you've got live scope and you come out here and you can kind of look and see, okay, this is how a bass, the bass schools are sitting up. This time of year, they really school up on the points and the humps and that kind of stuff. And you can just sit on one spot. I think we probably caught 15 fish off of this spot. And we've been here for, I don't know, probably 20, 30 minutes just having a ball, just catching them off the same spot. There's two little rock piles and they keep moving from one to the next. And you just, once they move off of this one, you scan over, they're sitting over at the other one. So just kind of go back and forth. It should slow down here. It's kind of already slowed down a little bit, but I'll show you guys at least what we're looking at. And so you can see how that school is set up on this rock and hump point. So that one's close to 2. They're getting bigger. They are munching this baby Ned today. Another decent one. Shad in the rocks down here, though. Little football. Another one on the baby Ned. Look how fat that thing is. Hey guys, we are back at the house now. We only fished for probably, 4 hours or so. We were off the water by 9 o'clock. Pops had to go to work. But just want to do a rundown of what we caught him on. And I'm going to start trying to do this a little bit more. That way you guys can learn a little bit more on everything. Starting out, I caught a lot of fish. Not a lot, but probably 4 or 5. On a green pumpkin jackhammer with just a green pumpkin trailer. I do chartreuse dye the tail chartreuse, and I don't know if that makes a difference, but it makes me feel a little bit better about it. Just looks real good in the water. It is kind of weird because the fish are really keyed into shad. That's primarily what they're eating. But for whatever reason at Bartlett, when fish are keyed in on shad, they still love brown. So I don't know if that's representing a bluegill, a crawdad, whatever it might be. They ate it first thing in the morning. So not really much of a topwater bite, at least where we were at. Not saying that there's not one there. My dad threw a walking bait for a while. Didn't really get anything. I did catch some on a Rico on Sunday morning, but not really what we ran with this morning. Second bait that we caught him good on was the scope spin. Like I was showing earlier in the video, it's kind of a different style bait. This whole thing here is just a lead piece, and then it has 2 treble hooks, which is nice for when they smack it and they get hooked up, and then just a normal, spinner bait blade. But super cool new bait. Kind of show you what it looks like in the package. That way, if you guys want to go get some, they got them in stock at Copper State Tackle. Looks like that, just a scope spin, 2 different colors. There's the white one like that, and then this one has a white belly and real shiny chrome sides that reflect and have all kinds of different colors. prism shad on this one. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the other one is. It's probably just white, honestly. Last up was the BFS Ned rig, which was the most fun out of all of it. I think there was a segment I went 5 casts in a row, didn't catch one on my 6th, and then caught one on my 7th. We just got onto a few different schools and just absolutely tore them up. But what it is just a little baby Ned rig. I mean, it's, you know, to my pointer finger to my knuckle, real small, but the shad are really small right now at Bartlett, and actually at almost all of our lakes right now. And they are just chewing it. If you can find those spots that they are chasing bait up on the points or the humps or something like that, and they're real schooled up, you throw that in the middle of them, and it just has a real slow sink, and they just come up and grab it. Even once it hits the bottom, I kind of like to give it little hops, let it fall back down to the bottom, and it just looks like a dying shad down there on the bottom, and they just sit there and just suck it in. So all this is the micro finesse TRDs. I like to throw the color called the deal. It's kind of real shaddy. It's white with blue and then kind of like a grayish back. It's probably my favorite Ned rig color, but that's in they're called the micro finesse. They also have these at Copper State Tackle. Everything that I'm throwing today was at Copper State Tackle. Go see those guys. They'll get you right. And same thing, Zman Ned heads. These are the micro finesse shrooms heads. I'm throwing them in the 1/10 ounce. It's the heaviest size they make in this. So it does sink relatively slow. It sinks about 2 foot every 3 seconds. So you can see it on live scope. It's hard to see because it is a super, super small bait, but man, they just munch it. And then another thing that's really important about throwing this little Ned rig is the rod and reel setup. I think you'd be hard pressed to get a spinning rod to cast this the distance that you need it to go, unless if you had a super, you know, a long 7.74 light action rod to really whip this thing out here. But what I'm throwing it on is, I said it earlier, but it's the Dobyns Sierra with the Shimano Curado BFS reel. And it's a blast throwing it on these light rods. They're really bendy. So even catching a pound and a half fish, it fights like you got a 4-pounder, 5-pounder. And then I did hook a couple decent ones, and those are really fun when you hook into those. But this rod is the 701C. I'll kind of read off the back. It is light fast action rod, 7 foot, rated for 2 to 8 pound, and 1/16 to 5/16 ounce. So you're not really going to throw much on it that is heavier, but that's not really what it's made for. And then the cool thing about these BFS reels is they have a spinning reel drag. I don't know if you can hear it, but it kind of clicks. Therefore, with this lighter line, I'm running 8 pound, which is about the max that you're going to want to throw on a BFS. Probably be better if I drop down to 5 or 6 pound, but that light drag that clicks like a spinning reel really helps to keep it from breaking or just you set the hook and it just slides the line right out the reel. So it keeps that drag at a nice pace. But like I said, guys, go see the guys over at Copper State Tackle. They've got everything you need that I caught fish on in this video. And I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. And I got a lot more coming out. And we're going to start working with Copper State and doing more different product videos and product reviews and that kind of stuff. So like, subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know maybe something that you want me to test out or shoot a video with. And I'll see what we can do. I appreciate it.